Hello and welcome to some more Star Citizen news. We've got a new Alpha 4.0.1 PTU patch with even more bug fixes and optimizations. We'll cover that. We've got some suggestions for mining quality of life changes. I thought the post there was really good, so I want to go over that. We've got a little picture. I'll put this picture up now. Is this the Misk Expanse? And is the Misk Expanse a salvaging version of the Prospector? I think the answer to both those questions is maybe. But yeah, tell me what you think in the comments below. Yeah, that was in the newsletter. It's possible that it might be a ship that turns up with 4.0.1 or 4.1, that sort of time frame. And we've also got This Week in Star Citizen. I want to go over some bits and bobs with that, but there's not a huge amount happening from CIG putting out news and that sort of stuff beyond these updated patches. We're waiting for CIG to get inside Star Citizen Live, out that sort of stuff. And we've got things like potentially the In Case You Missed It sale, which is a maybe. If they do that, it'll be all the ships that they sold in 2024. We've got the Red Festival. We've got monthly reports that are going to be coming out. Cloud Imperium have said the monthly reports are still in the oven, so hopefully they'll be out within the next week or so. Anyway, Alpha 4.0.1, there's a new patch on the PTU. With this latest patch, there's further contested zone client performance optimizations, pyro outpost, ground collision polish. They've added personal cooldown to further pyro missions after completion. They've lowered the amount of turrets around asteroid bases, which should actually help quite a lot with people randomly hitting things and general performance and traversal. Further, Save Stanton Chapter 2 mission polish and adjusting legality and reputations have also been done. So Save Stanton, the second part of that, will be going on to the preview build relatively soon, it looks like. There's a load of bug fixes here as well. Ships incorrectly despawning in front of players. The panel outside of the pyro stations lacked collisions for players going inside the contested zone areas, and players could also get stuck. Locate missing person markers were incorrectly displayed. The inner thought system cockpit button interactions overlapped with MFDs. No cargo was visible in the freight elevator kiosk at mission pickup locations for cargo missions. The Polaris torpedo console display had a placeholder name. 2 SCU cargo containers couldn't be attached to the Drake Cutter cargo grid. They also fixed an additional 8 client crashes, 6 server crashes, and a hybrid server crash, as well as making some back-end service performance updates. So, really cool. They're plowing along with 4.0.1. That will go to the preview build relatively soon, I would expect. There'll be a little bit more refinement there. They're going to want to test out that Save Stanton 2 event. But yeah, 4.0.1 has fixed tons of stuff. I know some people are still having terrible problems with both 4.0 and 4.0.1, but it is getting a lot better. I'm having a reasonably good time. It's a mixed bag with players. Please tell us how you're getting on with it in the comments below. I did also notice in the bugs and let's talk about 4.0.1 section of the Spectrum forums that Cloud Imperium put up, there was a mining quality of life changes suggestion from a poster, Epic Grey Fox, and I really liked a lot of what they were saying here. So, mining quality of life changes. 1. Increase refinery capacity. Refineries are grossly over capacity. Prior to 4.0, every refinery was at least 1,000% over capacity. This results in large surcharges being added to all refinery orders at that refinery. The problem is every refinery is at no less than 6,000% capacity across the entirety of the verse. This degrades profits and diversity in mining. I'm assuming this is a result of refineries being treated as global entities, much like executive hangars. If refineries could be shard specific, that would likely help or at least greatly raise their capacity to account for the mass amounts of orders now available. 2. Pyro refinery availability. There are only 4 refineries in Pyro, the 3 main stations and the Stanton jump point. Stanton jump point is on the edge of the system, making it less appealing. If a refinery could be added to one of the stations near Pyro 4, it would round out the experience in Pyro. To further my previous point, despite the stand and jump point being the worst positioned in Pyro, it is still at an extreme workload. 3. Pyro ore spawning. Pyro is held as a high-risk, high-reward system, but that is not the case for miners. Haulers are able to take advantages of the riches in Pyro, but miners cannot. Quantanium arguably spawns less than in Stanton, and the unique ores are even less common than Quantanium. The unintended effect this has is a larger portion of these players avoiding Pyro and overpopulating Stanton. A slight increase in spawn rates could make mining in Pyro more favourable without changing much else. 4. Extraction laser power rework. The in-game point that a rock is extractable or not appears to be 9.9 SCU. If a rock is at that size or greater, it must be fractured. If it is smaller, it may be extracted. This appears to be accurate regardless of rock mass. If increasing extraction laser power would enable larger rocks to be absorbed, it would widen gameplay availability, even into the future with the new rating system. This would enable miners to make builds to favour inert materials, filtering and extraction laser power, both of which are historically underutilised. 5. Ore canisters in the VLM. Can we please add ore canisters to the VLM under the utility tab? We can buy the parts from the mining support center and still cannot bring them up the elevators. While this is its own issue, it makes sense that these are ship components, so they would be available for customization in the VLM. 6. Ore separation at refineries. This change would allow players to freely decide what to sell directly to a refinery and what to refine. Additionally, it would be helpful to also be able to piece out orders. For example, not having to refine all or nothing, but instead be able to refine all my Quantanium as an order, then all my Taronite as a separate order. It would also probably need a prompt, or if you want other ores to be destroyed or kept. This would be extremely helpful now and will be needed when the rating system is in play in order to separate ores by order. Yeah, I just thought that was a really great post. Just, you might not agree with all of it, you might agree with some of it, you might say, well, actually, CIG have probably got a load of these fixes and plans in the oven anyway, but I like it when people make relatively concise posts outlining gameplay that I can get on board with. I think most of that is super reasonable and great quality of life improvements for mining. Tell me what you think in the comments below and how you would improve mining and what your hopes for the gameplay for that in the near future are. We had This Week in Star Citizen post as well, with CIG saying, Alpha 4.0.1 brings a substantial list of fixes and improvements, many of which are directly thanks to your feedback, from adjustments like cockpit lights in the Mirai Guardian and new personal storage in select ships, to the Crusader Ares Ions weapons rebalance. There's more to do, and we've been closely monitoring your continued feedback, so keep it coming. With this release, you'll soon be able to continue your adventures in Pyro with Safe Stanton Chapter 2 on the horizon. Keep an eye on Spectrum for more information. We'd also like to give a massive shout out to everyone that took part in the Beauty of Pyro screenshot contest and the Gift That Keeps On Giving video contest. Your creativity and passion are nothing short of incredible, and our team had a blast reviewing all of your submissions. While these two contests have now concluded, make sure to check out the winning entries in their dedicated threads. Also, what's happening this week? Later Tuesday, discover the rich lore and tactical brilliance of a legendary stealth bomber in our latest community highlight, Whitley's Guide to the Aegis Eclipse. Friday, we'll see the newsletter turn up, and the weekly shows are currently on hiatus. They will return soon, apparently, although they haven't said when. Expect by the end of January. Daymar Rally. That is going to be this Saturday at 4 PM UTC. You can tune in on their Twitch or the Discord of Atmo Esports to check that out. I recommend it if you've got some spare time or if you want something to watch in the background. It is a absolutely fantastic fan-made event. At least originally, it's sort of got a bit more backing now. It's a bit more corpo, but in the best possible way. I suppose what I actually mean is that it's expanded and become pretty awesome. And at the same time, Star Citizen has expanded and allowed for more interesting stuff to happen for the Daymar Rally. It's come from very humble beginnings of a very buggy situation with Star Citizen to something that is now enables those buggies to drive around the desert of Daymar. I really love it. You should watch it. Boom! That's it for today's news update. Thanks very much for watching. Tell us all your thoughts in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. we haven't got an outro yet, Zin, for NordVPN for this month.
Mm-hmm.
So you should, what's that? It's 2025. I don't want someone stealing my keyboard, and neither do you. Also, you can click the links below to get NordVPN. Everyone can agree on that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have we decided on a ship giveaway?
Yes, we're giving away a Mirai Guardian.
Ooh.
Yes. Ooh, that's exciting. A single-seater, powerful, heavy fighter. I do think the QI variant's better, but maybe you can upgrade it.
We're not
We're not giving away that one. Also, CIG have given this one. They've gone, you want a ship for a giveaway? You can give that one away. I've gone, cool. I'll have that. Well, I'll give it away. Also, click the join button under my videos to help support the channel further. Like, share, subscribe, do all that sort of jazz. Thanks for watching. Happy 2025. Happy New Year. Click the links, join the buttons, comment and subscribes, and all the other things.